Hello, Bella Beauties and Bella Bows. Welcome back to my channel, Bella Black TV. I'm so excited because we have our first eligible and intentional dater, Gigi. Gigi, please introduce yourself. Let us know what your name is, your location, and your age.
Hi, my name is Gigi. I'm located in Houston and I am 43 years old.
All right. Okay, so Gigi, what is your occupation and how long have you been doing that?
Currently, I am a training specialist with Health and Human Services, and I have been with the company for 19 years.
Oh, wow, 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 wow. Talk about longevity. All right. So, what are some of your hobbies? And you have to have some free time from all that work. So, what do you like to do
So,
in your free time?
in all of my free time, I love cooking. I love listening to music. I love live music. I love going to concerts and things like that. Leisure walks, just quiet time, driving. I know that's really weird, but driving it's like quiet time for me. So it's like meditation. I get a chance to let my mind just think about any and everything that I need to. So I enjoy that a lot.
Whatever puts you in your groove and have
Yes.
you do whatever you need to do to relax. Hey, go for it. I'm not mad at it. All right. So, Gigi, do you have any children? And if so, how many and what are their ages?
Yes, I have one daughter. She is 19 years old. And yeah, she's 19, about to be 20.
Woo, you got a grown baby. She's
Yes,
not a baby no more.
not a
All
baby.
righty. All right. So, what would you say is one of your negative traits? And are you working on that? Have you worked on that? Or will you work on that? And why do you think it's a negative trait?
I'll say, I'm not going to say negative because that's so harsh. But I
Hmm.
will say one of my weaknesses or one of my downfalls, it's like being a single mother, I am hyper independent and I don't know how to ask for help. And so I am working on that currently. I am doing better, I do believe, because, like, not say asking for help, but as far as accepting help, because I wouldn't ask for it or accept it or anything like that. So that's something I'm doing better at as far as accepting the help. At least I've gotten that far. I will accept it. When people say, "Hey, you want me to help
Right.
you with that?" Yes. Okay.
All
Yes.
right. Yes.
I'm working
Sometimes
on I'm
I
working on
don't
the
know how
asking part.
to get there.
Yeah.
I definitely get it. I get it. All right. So, how do you handle or deal with conflict?
So with me, conflict, I tend to be more methodical. I like to think about it, think it out, because I'm always going to take time to make sure I understand the conflict and understand all parties. So I try not to let my emotions get the best of me. So I am going to be one of those people that, you know what, if I get a little too heated or a little too anxious about something, I'm going to take a beat, sit back, let's think about it, because I am very big on, you can really say, as far as communication goes, I think that we can say anything that we need to say. It's just the you have to see the way, it's just the way that you do say it. So, I'm really going to be thoughtful in that as far as dealing with conflict with anybody. I'm going to be thoughtful in making sure that what I'm saying, what I'm feeling and what I need to get across gets conveyed in a palatable manner.
Right. So you would say that you know how to recognize when you're getting to that point and you know how to deal with it once you get there.
Most definitely, yes,
All
yes.
right.
And
Good deal. Good deal. All right. And so, are you a religious person or a spiritual person? And if so, what are your beliefs? And is it important that your mate believe in those same beliefs?
I am a spiritual person. I do believe in God. Not necessarily a specific religion because I don't go with specific religions, but I do expect that any mate that is with me that they do believe in God and a higher power of some sort. So not necessarily, oh, you have to be Baptist. No, but as long as we believe in the same entity, then I'm okay.
Okay, good deal. Good deal. All right. Do you believe in therapy? And if so, why or why not?
Be like, oh my goodness, yes. I think everybody should. Um, uh, I think everybody should go to therapy. Therapy is a good avenue to, just unlock anything, to talk to somebody who gives you an unbiased opinion about, any situation that you may be going through in life. And I started my therapy journey probably in the height of COVID because I was, it was just so much. It was just so much, and I didn't know how to embrace all of this change. And so I just really needed somebody to help me through that. And so since then, I have been an advocate for it. And I just think that, it's a great tool to use to for clarity and just everyday situations that you may be going through that you just need to get off your chest sometimes. So I am a big advocate for it. Yes.
Good deal. All right. So, do you believe in gender roles? And if so, what do you think is the man's role in a relationship or marriage? And what do you think is the woman's role in a relationship or marriage?
So I'm not going to necessarily say I believe in specific gender roles
Hmm.
because, I think the traditional gender roles are very they're just old. They're old and things are not like that anymore. I'm like, because I look back at, grandmothers and everybody else, and, you look at all of that stuff, and I think about the fact that that's not how we live nowadays. So I
Yes.
think when it comes to gender roles, I do have some traditional values that I still, you know, subscribe to, but for the most part I think it's more of a conversation and a partnership between me and the person that I'm with, and say, at some points it's like it's going to be some things that I can't handle that you can handle, and sometimes that we have our strengths and weaknesses, and I just believe that we should be able to partner together to uplift and uphold each other, and not necessarily in a specific gender role, but however we see fit in our relationship to do that.
Good deal. Good deal. All right. And outside of aesthetic um, features and income, what do you look for in a man?
And see, when you asked me that, I was like, I wasn't even thinking about that. But for me, in a man, I'm looking for somebody that's compassionate, that loves God, that's hardworking, that's thoughtful and considerate. Um, Someone's not selfish,
Mhm.
that you know has it, that will put others before themselves.
Okay, good deal. Characteristics. Okay, what do you believe your purpose is in life? What do you think that you're here
That was a hard question that you made me
for?
have to go talk to my therapist
Hey, do
about.
you know your
No.
purpose?
So I have concluded. So my purpose in life is to spread the joy that I have in my heart to those around me, and to those that I love, whether it's through cooking, listening to them, or just being a light in a dark time, because I think that is something that I have a tendency to do, or to be for people, because I have been told it's like, you're just so positive. You never find a negative in anything. And I was like, life's short. So what's the point of, dwelling on the negative of something? So let's just find the positive and keep moving forward. So I think that's just my purpose, just to spread that joy and, give people that optimistic view in life.
All right, good deal. All right, what is one unique thing about yourself that most people don't
And my purpose in life is to be positive.
know?
That I am
Good
a
way, good way.
glass look, I am a glass half full kind of girl. Like I am going to try to find my it's something funny that my daughter talks about me all the time. And she's like, "You
Uh-huh.
try to give everybody a out. You try to give everybody a good way to think that in a positive way." I was like, "And I have to. Yes, I am. I am always going to do that." So, I
And
think that's
that's a good
something unique
thing
about me.
because not everyone in every situation is meant to be negative or intended to
Yeah,
be negative. Sometimes they come across like that, but if you believe everyone has the best intentions and heart, I think it'll go a long way because it allows you to be more open minded
yeah,
and more
that's
perceivable of that person. So, I agree. Okay, so what are your relationship status goals? An example: marriage, long-term relationship, companionship only. What are your goals and why? Well,
so
why
I
now?
am why now? Um,
Mhm.
I am, you know, relationship goals. I'm looking for my person. I'm looking for long-term relationship. Marriage is not off the table, but it's not a hard, oh, this has to lead and we have to do this.
Mhm.
Um, I am, like you say, open-minded in that aspect. And as of why now, because I think that, you know, like I said, I've been doing therapy, I've been doing the work, I've been um in relationships in the past that I wasn't able to be my authentic self and I was just not who I needed to be. And so I think that I have figured that out. Look, I have talked to myself, I have studied, and I have determined, I was like, you know what, now might be a good time. I think I am ready for,
All right, good deal. All right. So, what are your love languages, and how would you like for your partner? I'm sorry, to display those love languages to you.
so, you know, we've all taken, taken those tests and those quizzes, and I'm pretty even across the board with all the uh, all the love languages, but the ones that stood out most are the acts of service. And so, and I think that kind of tends to deal more with the fact that I don't, I don't like to ask for help. So it's more one of those things like take the initiative. If you see it's something that I'm struggling with, just go ahead on and take it off my plate for me, because
Right.
you know I'm not gonna ask. So you know it's like something like that. It's like you know I'm not gonna ask. So if you go ahead and do that, I'm gonna be swooning, eyes floating, you little hearts everywhere. Yeah, that right
So
there.
does
And
that
then the other
call
one,
for?
like,
I'm sorry.
no, no, say it again.
I was gonna say, so does that call for them paying attention to you, seeing what it is that you
Yes,
need, also being just cognizant
yes,
of just everyday things and just go ahead and taking the initiative to just go ahead and get it done.
correct. Yes,
All
exactly.
right, good deal.
Yes.
All right.
And
All right.
and
What
then
does
my
the
I had
term?
another one.
Okay.
I had another one. My other one was
Okay.
physical touch, and it's not even necessarily, nothing sexual, but just like
Mhm.
random non-sexual touches. I love that. Holding hands, brushing of my hair, just showing those. Okay, and those were the two. They were tied at the top, so those were my two
Okay.
that were.
Yes. Yes. That's good. That's good. So just those little small gestures mean a lot to you.
Yes.
Good deal. All right. So, what does the terms emotional intelligence mean to you? And do you display that in a relationship?
For me, emotional intelligence just means you being cognizant of your emotions and understanding um, how to deal with the emotions that do come up, or if you're not able to, specifically pinpoint what this emotion is, to be able to, or to be open to the point of, figuring it out and
Mhm.
trying to, figure it out and see how you're going to deal with it. And so for me, I think it is very important to be able
Mhm.
to do that. And because like I said, I am a person that I try not to, lean into my emotions. I try to not, it's a thing we used to say, I try to respond and not react, because a
Mhm.
lot of times you'll react with emotions. And so I try to, figure out what my emotions are, how I'm feeling, and respond accordingly to make sure that I can communicate effectively with my partner. And so I think that um, that is definitely something that is needed in
Mhm.
relationships for couples to be able to communicate effectively with each other.
Okay. All right. So, what are some obstacles you have encountered while trying to date?
Oh, child, I'm very skeptical. I'm gonna be
Mhm.
honest with you. So that whole don't slide in my DMs because I will be scared to death of even responding. And then when I do respond, it end up being a scam. Uh-oh. End up being a scam of an African prince and he swear up and down something 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 I don't even know. Tara, you sent me you sent me a message about this and I was like, you scamming me? Who are you?
You're
What are you talking about?
right.
So that has been an obstacle for me. It's just like, and I have been told several times that no, he is not going to just magically show up at my front doorstep and that I must at least go outside at some point. So this is me going outside.
Right.
So that has been an obstacle, the fact that, I like I'm an introvert. I'm
Yeah, yeah.
quiet.
And
I
that's understandable. And just sometimes you just have to think outside of the box and try other avenues. So, like for instance, if you do go outside, more than likely you're not going to approach anyone. And so, a lot of people might not even know if you're single, so they might not approach you. So,
yeah,
when you
yeah,
own a platform like this, others know that you're single, and then they can reach out to you. Like I said, just thinking outside of the box and putting yourself in position to
yeah,
receive your person. So, good deal.
yeah. So that's where we are.
All
Yes.
right. All right. And so, do you believe in monogamy?
Yes, I do. I don't like sharing. Um, I'm an only child. Sharing is never my forte. So, yes, I do believe in monogamy.
All
So,
right. Good
there's that.
deal. All right. What are some absolute deal breakers that you will not deal with when choosing a partner? You just definitely will not.
Um, I, abuse, physical, verbal, or emotional.
Okay.
That whole, yeah, that belief. Um, if they are not of the same belief system that I am, then it's just like one of those like you might be the greatest person in the world, but that's going to be a really big conflict for both of us. And infidelity, like I said, I don't like sharing. I'm not going to share, and so those are really big. Those are big things for me.
Okay. Okay. Got it. All right. So, what is your dating range?
I say somewhere between, I mean, 40 to 50 ish, 55.
Well, what is 50-ish? Because guys
I
need to
say,
know exactly if they have a shot with you. So you got to be a little bit more
yeah,
specific.
I said 40 to 55. I say 40 to 55. You go over and, you might start looking into, my aunties and my mama's them age range. And so I say,
Right.
I don't want to go in on their territory. So,
Victoria, okay. All right, good deal. All right. So, what do you feel it takes for both people in a relationship to be great partners? Your mate to be a great partner to you, and for you to be a great partner to your mate. What does that look like? What are those characteristics?
um, I guess, I mean, like, only thing I could think of was just to put it back to my must-haves, someone who is compassionate, who, puts God first. They're thoughtful, considerate, because I think that's something that I would be towards them. And I think us being those things to each other, being able to communicate. And uh, I think those are things that will make a great mate. And yeah, I think those are some good things that, to start off with. And I'm pretty sure there are more that will come up, but that's what I got right now.
No, that's good. All righty. So, what is your dating location preference? An example in Texas only, only in the area that you are. that you're currently in, the surrounding areas around Texas, anywhere in the United States or internationally. But just remember, the stricter you are with your location, the more you lessen your pool
Mhm.
of opportunities. So, what is your preference?
Um, I am definitely it is definitely going to be preferred the greater
Mhm.
Houston area, but Texas, I cannot go outside of Texas.
Okay.
I mean, I guess I can't say outside of Texas, bordering states, maybe
Okay.
Louisiana, it's not too
Okay.
far, but yeah,
What about Oklahoma?
I
Is it no? You're breaking up a little. I
that's kind
think
of
you're
far, and
breaking.
I don't want to relocate.
Okay. All right.
Uh-uh.
So, okay. So
Are we?
Texas,
Are we?
possibly Louisiana. I think your Wi-Fi is messing up.
Yes.
GG. Okay. All right. So, I forgot to ask when we talked about the children.
Yeah, that's like
Are
I
you
don't
open to
because
more children? GG. Oh no, I think we're losing her. GG, are you there? The Wi-Fi is not on our side. Are you there? Can you hear me? Can you see me?
I think you actually am I open to I am.
Yes, you keep cutting out. Yeah,
I
more
have
children.
all
Open to
bars.
more children. Huh? What'd
I
you
said
say?
I have all bars.
Well, I'm not sure what's going on with the Wi-Fi. All right, so we're almost at the end. So, did you hear my
Okay.
question about if you're open to more children?
I did, and I said no, I am not. I
Oh
am
no,
a one and
you're
done.
making it grown. That's it. So the
Yes,
person will either
that's it.
have not one children or already have their own children.
Yes,
Okay, good
please.
deal. All
Because
right. And so,
yeah.
do you have a preferred race that you want to date, or are you open to all, or what? What is your race
No,
preference?
I actually I do not have a race preference. Never thought, yeah, no race preference.
Okay.
Just a good-hearted person.
Okay. Good deal. Good deal. All righty. So, is there anything else that you want to share about yourself, or um, that you just wanted the people to know? Anything in particular?
See, that's one of those loaded questions at the end, like at the end of an interview, and you'd be like, "Do you have any questions for the panel?" And it's like, no, oh, but
How should
no,
I
I
answer
don't.
You don't have
No,
anything.
I don't have anything else. No,
They
I'm
just
just
reach
like,
out to
hey,
find out more. All
yeah.
right. So, how would you like for them to reach out to you? Would you like for them to reach out to you directly to one of your social media accounts? Is there an email that you don't mind sharing? Or did you want them to reach out to me and I get you the information from them? How do you want people to reach out to you?
Yes, I would like them to reach out to you.
Okay.
That way, yeah, and then we can go from there. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, guys, if you are interested in the lovely Gigi, go ahead and message me on either of the platforms at Bella Black TV, and that's BellaBlaqueTV, and that is on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. All right. Well, Gigi, thank you for being our very first eligible and intentional dater. And best wishes to you and happy dating.
All right.
Until
Thank
the next
you.
interview, Bella Beauties and Bella Bows, that's my time. Talk to you later. Bye bye.